Hey everyone, it's Jordan from the Animal Channel, and today I'm with Callie the Crested Gecko, and I'm going to be doing a quick little care video for you guys on the basic care of cresties, and I'm also going to put a care sheet in the description below so you can print that off and use it for yourself if you'd like. Now I'm going to start out with housing. So when they're little, you can keep them in a smaller aquarium. That works well as long as it's tilted more vertical, since they are arboreal. They like to climb a lot more. And once they're older, you can fit one single adult in nothing smaller though than a 12 by 12 by 18 dimension terrarium, which the brands I recommend are Zoomed or Exoterra. They both have great terrariums that are front door opening, really accessible and whatnot. That's for one single crested gecko though. You can keep crested geckos in pairs or trios, just not two males. And if you do that, you have to go obviously a lot larger since there's a couple more geckos in there. Now for the stuff inside the tank, it's always recommended to have either reptile carpet or soil and moss as the bedding. I prefer reptile carpet just because it's a lot easier to maintain, and you do not need to worry about their pads getting debris in them, which would affect the climbing and whatnot, so that's what I use. And you're also going to want to have a little water dish in there. Although they don't really drink from it, it's just good to have one just in case. And you're also going to want to have some branches and plants and little hiding spots and stuff for them, just so that they feel safe and secure and they can climb, and it'll be more like their natural habitat. Now for heating and lighting, these guys don't really need any of that. Of course, if you have like a darker room or whatever that they're in and you want to be able to see them a bit better, you can totally put a light over them, but they don't need it. In the winter and stuff, if it gets a little bit colder in your house, it is recommended though to get at least a heat mat or something to put in the corner of the tank, so that way they can go over there to warm up. But generally speaking, they don't really need any extra heat or lighting system. Now humidity for them, they need roughly 70 to 80% humidity, which can be achieved by misting their enclosure once in the morning and once in the evening, and that way it'll keep it up to the right levels. Or you can also buy a fogger, a dripper, or an automatic misting system, which is a little bit more expensive, but they totally work. Crested geckos, they eat mainly crickets and Repashy crested gecko diet. Zoomed also has a crested gecko diet as well, so you can pick whichever brand you like better. Generally, I like to feed them Repashy 5 days of the week or so. You just leave it in, you put it in the evening, leave it in for 24 hours, then replace it. And then on the weekends, I like to give them crickets, and it's kind of cool to watch them hunt. It gives them a little bit more protein, which helps them grow faster, and it's kind of a variety in their diet, so they don't get bored of the exact same thing. As for shedding, crested geckos shed roughly once a month or so. That's pretty much the same with any reptile, and you'll notice when they're in shed because their skin will look a little bit loose and it'll be a lot more pale. And then when they do end up shedding, you just want to make sure that they have enough humidity, and also they will eat their shed skin. And don't be alarmed by that, of course, that's natural. They do that in the wild all the time, and it gives them actually a lot more vitamins and nutrients and stuff, so it's actually a benefit. So crested geckos they can grow up to 8 inches or so in length. Some of them do lose their tail though, which will make them look a little bit smaller, so just be careful not to scare them or to pull on their tail or anything, because they can drop it and it will not grow back. And like I said earlier, you can keep them in pairs or trios, just as long as there's not two males in the same enclosure and as long as the enclosure is big enough. And these guys can live anywhere from 10 to 20 years or so. Now I'm going to show you a quick clip of what the enclosure I have right now looks like for Callie. Okay, so this is the enclosure. Callie, you can go inside now. And it's a 5-gallon terrarium, which I flipped on its side, since, like I said, they like it more vertical. And I did not mean for you to go in there, but whatever. Anyways, that's what the Repashy looks like. You can just keep it in this little bottle cap, which I do. It's really efficient. Oh, that was prime. Anyways, so I just have a little decoration in there, the reptile carpet, a little hiding spot underneath that rock and behind the driftwood, some driftwood and some plants going up the whole entire length of the enclosure, so that way she can hide wherever she likes. And she's gonna jump to the leaves, I believe. Alright, so that is a rough demonstration of what it should look like. You can also check out my earlier videos of this setup. So, thank you for watching. Please like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions or concerns, just write them in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to give you advice or talk about the differences in the way that we care for our animals, so that people who are watching this and are looking to learn can definitely take different advice from different people and choose what works best for them. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.